I'm your lovely host, Becca 2, and welcome to Everlasting Summer. I think I was making a choice of where I would like to go last time I checked, and I could pick anywheres, which, I'm kind of wondering if I pick certain areas, I get to be with, certain girls, or I see certain girls, unless it doesn't matter, and I just pick randomly in order, but apparently this might waste all time, so I'm kind of like, I don't want to go. In real life, if it was personally me, I'd go to the library, because, library is where I want to go. It's probably where that one girl's gonna be at, because she liked reading books. The girl with the purple hair, I forgot her name already. But their names are really hard for me to remember anyways. They're all Russian, and my Russian isn't very good. And I'm probably saying their names wrong really badly, so I don't know. I'm gonna try library. I like the library. Actually, I love reading, but spending my days in the library under the current circumstances, it was well beyond my scope. So I better hurry up with this checkpoint. As I stepped inside, a memory from my childhood emerged in my head. It was very vivid. I'm 7 or 8 years old. I'm at the library with my mother. While she's looking through the books I might need for studies, I'm sitting in the corner and looking through their collection of comic books. Back then, I don't know why they had so many, or why can I take some with me. The notion of collective property was something my mind hadn't gathered yet at that age. However, back then, whole concept of property was pretty hazy to me. This memory seemed even stranger now while I was standing in this particular camp where they might have managed to build communism in 3 years. Soviet symbolism was all over the place, and the shelves were full of related literature. Of course, I wasn't planning to read any of these. Getting acquainted with a full collection of books by Marx was the last thing on earth I would think of. Where's the librarian? I didn't spend much time looking for her. I looked closely. She looks passed out. Short hair, thick glasses, rather cute face. She was snoring so peacefully I just couldn't wake her up. I can't. If she doesn't wake up in half an hour, maybe then I can just sit there, so I took a random book from the nearest bookshelf. Arthur Schopenhauer, The World as Will and Rose... I can't read. I opened it roughly in the middle and started reading. The life of a man, with its endless upkeep, wants, and suffering, is to be regarded as the explanation, in paraphrase, of the procreative act, the absolute claim of the will to live, and furthermore, it is also the reason to the man owes nature his death and thinks the anxiety of this death. Is this not the evidence that our existence involves guilt? At any rate, we always exist from time to time, paying with the death for our birth. We always exist and alternately bear all the of life, since neither of both can pass us with some effect. That is a result of our stated will to live. Thus, the fear of death, which in spite of all the miseries of life holds us firmly to it really elusively, but just as elusive is the impulse which has attracted us into it. This attraction itself may be seen objectively as the mutual longing glances of two lovers. They are the purest expression of the will to live, in its affirmation how gentle and tender it is. Is that hinting that I'm gonna have a girlfriend? Well, I had a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. Thinking. I've seen one of those videos where some guys are like, if she does not have this, but I want a girlfriend. If anyone has a girlfriend or want to be my girlfriend, just message me in this video or share it or whatever, or tag them. It's been so long since I've seen it. They want happiness and quiet pleasure and mild joys for itself, for others, for all. Someone knocked on the door. Closed the book quickly and put it back in its place. What a nice habit, knocking on the door. I should pick it up. It was Lena. Oh, see, I knew she'd be here, since she likes reading. I'm a good guesser, and I was probably right. I hope the other places, I can pick them still. Hi. I smiled. Hi, I just wanted to return a book. She had the copy of Gone with the Wind that I saw yesterday. Oh, Xenia is sleeping. I'll come back later. I'm awake. Turn around and surprised to look at her. She's cute, I like her hair. She eyed me closely from behind her table. What is it you wanted? I need you to check here. Give it here. She quickly signed the paper and gave it back to me. She had this look on her face that made me want to keep quiet. Lena came up to her to return the book. Oops. Exit. No, I don't wanna. No. Didn't mean to. Lena came up to her to thank Zaya and went out. Oh, I do get picked other places. Maybe this. I went to the clubhouse. To tell the truth, never really liked extracurricular activities. School, I used to find an excuse to skip extra classes. At university, I had no interest in participating in the student council. Wasn't interested in boxing, aero modeling, or sewing, so I came here just to check out off the box. Nobody was there. I found myself in something like a hut of junior robot enthusiasts. There were wires and simple printed circuits scattered everywhere. Chips and on the table proudly stood an oscillograph. I heard voices from another room, and then two pioneers appeared. One was electronic, the other one I didn't know. Hi Simon, we've been expecting you. It seems he knows everything about everyone. Why were you expecting me? Well, of course, because you came to sign up to our cybernetics club, didn't you? He didn't let me answer. And this is Shriek. He's in charge. Assume there's only 2 of you in the club. Well, you can say that it's 3 now. Shriek came up to me and considerately offered his hand. His face was somehow familiar. Welcome to the club. Yup. Now, I'll show you around. Make yourself at home. Guys, I just wanted to... We're always welcoming new members. Clearly, there's not that many. He said it in such a way that the anthem of the Soviet Union suddenly started playing in my head. It's amazing. I even remember the words in the 1st grade. I had a textbook with the lyrics in the back. Oh no, I just wanted you to sign my checklist. Yep, you signed up to the club. We'll sign your checklist. He grinned. I was getting ready for a long and boring argument, but then I heard someone enter. I looked back and saw Slavaya. Oh, Simon, I hope that not giving you any trouble. She narrowed her eyes, looking at the future of the motherland's robotics industry. She's like giving them death glare. She's like, don't you dare freak them out, guys. I know these 2, they can. Well, you know, actually, I just need to get my checklist signed. I decided to take advantage of the situation. No problem, give it to me. Slavaya took the paper and marched up to Shriek. Dude, she's being demanding. Sign it. Hold on, we're not done yet. You're done. Sign it now. She gave Shriek such a threatening look that made him lose every possible objection. He wrote some squiggles on the checklist. I thanked Slavia, then I moved on in a mellow mood. Oh, I can't eat anymore. That actually kind of sucks. Oh well. I guess music club. The music club, a small one-level building, was located some distance from the other camp buildings. Opened the door and entered without hesitation. There are enough instruments for a whole orchestra here, drums, guitars, even a piano. I spent some time looking closely at every instrument, wanting to guess the time period they were from, but suddenly I heard a crawling around sound coming from underneath the piano. Yeah, legit is Hatsune Miku, she struggled out. Sorry I scared you. It's nothing. Oh, you got a checklist? You must be new here. She's pretty, though. Then again, I think she looks like a Hatsune Miku. Oh, she's in the music area, too. That makes sense. Maybe it is. My name is Miku. I called it! I called it! It's in the recording. I called it as is. My name is Miku. No, really, I'm serious. Nobody believes me, but it's my real name. My mother is Japanese. My dad met her when he was building... Well, it wasn't him who was building. He's an engineer. And he was working on a nuclear power plant there, or a dam, or a bridge, whatever. She was talking so fast she swallowed half the words she tried to pronounce. I'm Simon. Great, want to be in our club? It's only me here now, but it'll be the 2 of us. Then do you play anything? When I became antisocial, I bought a guitar and learned a few chords, but then I forgot about it since I quit everything that required more than a couple of hours to learn. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything like that, really. Oh, it's okay, I'll teach you maybe a trumpet, for example. How about a violin? I know it all, honestly. There was no point in arguing with the orchestra girl since there was only another cascade of words waiting to blast at me. Hey, I'll think about it. Can you just sign it for now? Yes, sure, give it to me. Be sure to come around. I sing too. I'll sing you some Japanese folk songs, or maybe, if you're not into that, something more contemporary. Sure, thanks. Gotta go now. Of course, come anytime. The end of her sentence stayed inside. It might be nice to hang around with a guitar in the evening, but in such company. Turned to leave and came to face with Alyssa. She eyed me suspiciously. Why did you come? The checklist? Got it signed. Yes. Then move it. Alyssa went inside in a hurry to leave the place. What's the point of visiting the infirmary? My health was fine, the fresh local air. What I hate is that I wanna go back. Go back. I see this, and I'm like, oh, well, I know. Oh, it tells you where everyone's at. That's cool. That's nice. I'll remember that next time. In case there's, like, particular people I want to talk to. What's the point of visiting the infirmary? The health was fine. The fresh local air clearly did me some good. I felt fresher than usual. But I just had to visit it. I entered. Common infirmary, like my school doctor's room. She has different colored eyes. That's awesome. Middle-aged woman sat at the table. Obviously, she was a nurse. She gazed intently at me assessing me while continuing to write something. Well, hello, Pioneer, said the nurse without being distracted from her work. Good afternoon, ma'am. I have something. Sit down, please. I looked around the room. On the couch. I sat down. Strut. What? She said, all of it with an even tone. What for? To inspect it, accumulate to check on your health, you know. By the way, my name is Violetta, but you can call me Viola. She turned to me. What are you waiting for, Strut? But I have no health issues. I've got this. I neatly gave her the paper. Later. She took the stethoscope off her neck, seeming like she intended to probe me with it. But then someone knocked on the door. The nurse answered unwillingly. Come in. The moment the door opened widely, an electronic rushed inside. Hello, I fell down during the football game. Nonsense, of course. I'm okay, but Olga Dmitrieva, there was massive bruise under electric eyes. Doubt this could be a football injury. Sit down, I'll have a look, she said to him. And you pass me your checklist. The nurse quickly signed it and continued. If something hurts, come to me immediately, Pioneer. Decided not to answer and went out, closing the door behind me. The nurse is surely something else. Finally got all the signatures. Now I had to go back to Olga Dmitrieva and give it to her. She was sitting in front of her cabin reading a book. Doesn't look like a good role model for the perfect pioneer that she was planning to turn me into. I wonder if her responsibilities extended beyond giving fiery speeches at the lineup, scolding Olania, and getting involved into my moral, physical, ideological growth here. I offered her my checklist. She placed it in her pocket without even looking at the signatures. Great, I could have. Dang it, I did it again. Whoops. No. Perfect, so did you meet our nurse? Yes. For some reason, her question sent shivers down my spine. Which club have you signed up for? I didn't. I need to think first. That's a pity. It's vital for you to sign in somewhere tomorrow. Of course, sure. Right, it's time to go to dinner. About time. I was getting hungry. I headed to the canteen together with Olga. I looked at the sky and noticed that the sun was already setting. On the porch stood Alyssa and Electronic. Belania and Slavaya. As we came up, I heard what they're talking about. And never call me Dava Chi again or you'll get another one. I didn't call you that, you're hearing things. He did, I heard it all. You weren't even there. I was in the bushes. Come on, you guys, stop it. So it wasn't a football injury Nick suffered earlier today. The nurse did a good job, I couldn't even see his black eye. Olga came up to them and asked about the ruckus. What happened? Alyssa and Cheese called. I didn't do anything. She shrugged with empathy and went inside. Right, dinner time. I entered at last. There weren't too many free seats. There were a few chairs near Alyssa across the canteen, but I'd rather starve for a week or two than risk my head near her. There was also a seat near Uliana, but I'm not into traditional Chinese whatever crawls cuisine. Finally, a free chair near Miku. Looks like I'll have to pick my poison. You mind if I sit here? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, no, I don't mind. I mean, yes, you can sit here. I sat down. Look, it's a buckwheat today. Do you like buckwheat? And chicken? I don't like chicken. Well, not that I don't like it. But if you ask me what I prefer, say stroganoff beef or ragu. No, maybe just a hamburger or rump steak. Do you like rump steak? I'm not that picky about my food. And that's the simple truth. 48 Copex. Ice cream brand popular in late Soviet. That's cool. Wouldn't have known that. How's that so? But the desserts, you know, they aren't really good here. I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? I just love 48 Copex and... Oof, I can't say that word though. Oh, sorry, I keep talking about myself. Maybe you like Eskimo or Eskimo better. Dinner was starting to get on my nerves thanks to such company. You know, I would pick to sit with Miku again. So stop being a jerk. Can I pick where I'd actually like to sit at Baka? Ain't this my story? Didn't mind her. She just sounds nervous. I'm not the kind of person that just ignores someone who's talking to them. Even her. We're at the same table after all. You know, I once bought a waffle cone and started eating, and then you know what? I found a screw there. A real screw. Can you imagine that? Or was it a bolt? I don't really know. Screws are those that you tighten with screwdrivers, and bolts are those that you turn with a wrench, yes? If there was a speed eating contest on, I would probably be in the top 3 winners by now. Right, I'll be going. Enjoy your meal. I got up and headed outside. Miku was saying something, but her words were drowned by the crowd of loudly dining pioneers. Went out and sat on the stairs waiting for my dinner to settle down a bit. I just sat there and watched night falling. Everything is so lively here during the day. Kids laugh and yelling, happily fooling around and running around, constant chatter, games going on, and swimming at the beach. But after dark, the camp changes entirely. The sounds of day were swapped for silence, only now and then broke by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp wasn't going to sleep. In every shadow you could see things, maybe a ghost, or a spirit of the forest, or a wild animal. A human being would be the last thing to expect. That is how it looked last night, and now. The locals followed their routine very strictly. In the day the camp was theirs, and the night it belonged more to the forces of nature than to humans. Someone touched my shoulder. I looked back. It was Electronic. Let's go play cards. Cards? Yep, I've invented a new game, a good one. Good like how? Well, first we got to find the cards, then I'll tell you. Then go find them, what's the problem? Only Olga has them and she won't give them to me? Why so? Well, the last time when Olga and Slavalia came out onto the porch. Olga, so Simon just wanted to ask you about the possibility of getting playing cards. Actually, for what purpose? We invented a new game. Not we, you did. What game? I actually hate when people say like, oh, they said this and did this, and I'm like, I don't recall saying that at all. I didn't just say anything like that just now. What game? I need the cards to show you. I don't like this. Well, if Simon is with you, then perhaps it's okay. To be really honest? Well, go fetch them together, Olga. Go get cards with Soul. Why not? If you don't mind. Sure, let's go. We headed towards my cabin. Roughly halfway there, Sylvia stopped. Hey, I just remembered the cards are in my cabin. Good timing. Where's that? It's just down this road, let's go. We reached a cabin that in fact looked more like a trailer. Just wait here, Min, I'll be back. It took her just a few seconds to come back. There. She showed me a deck of pretty worn out cards. These must be marked in and out. That's unsportsmanlike. What happened to fair play? Tell me about it. It's hard to cheat when you don't know the rules. Shall we go? Let's go. On our way back, I decided to try and find out about something. How long have you been here? In this camp? About a week. I see, and where did you come from? I'm from the north. That is... the cold north. She looked at me and smiled. Looks like nobody in this camp is inclined to answer even the most innocent of questions. I tried to approach from another angle. And what do you like? What do you mean? Well, your hobbies. Oh, I like nature. Strange, she's not very talkative today for some reason. Nature, I see. Want to become a natural historian? Or like a normal historian. I was always interested in our nation's history. That would suit her well indeed. It appeared that among all the locals, she was the only one who had nothing to hide. Boop. What if she came here just like me and simply could not trust anyone enough to tell? Try testing the waters. And why did you choose this camp? I didn't. My parents got a voucher for me from their work. Another failure. Well, if you could choose... It's nice here. I don't think I would choose some other place if I could. Here, it's like you're becoming another person. That wasn't how I saw it. What do you mean another person? It's just that there's so many possibilities. You can learn so much, meet so many new, interesting people here. Now she started to sound like our chef, which raised a red flag for me. Decided to stop with the questions for now. When we came back, Olga told Sylvia, I just remembered that the cards were at your place. It's okay, we got it. Good. Sylvia and Olga went inside. I was gonna follow, but someone grabbed my hand. Alyssa. Her gaze sent a shiver down my spine, not a nice one. You want something? He asked carefully. You're gonna play this stupid game? Yes. Something wrong with that? Nope, nothing. She was turning to leave, but then slowly looked back and smiled. So you play cards? A little. Couldn't figure out what she wanted. Direct card game popular in USR, similar to President. I've played President before. That's pretty cool. So only Duroc and that's it? As if you're a poker star. Well, yes, technically. Then you don't have a chance. Why? Because... So you know the rules? Of course. Well then you'll have the upper hand. I can see why would we go on talking and motion towards the door. Why do you keep trying to leave? Because I don't like you. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Let's make a bet. What do you mean? I wanna lose, ain't I? You're such a slowpoke. The cards, what else? What do you wanna bet on? That I'll win. That's quite a possible outcome. Agreed calmly. So are you afraid? No, I'm not. Not big on bets when I don't like my chances, and you're not big on taking risks too. Such an astute observation. I'm impressed. Right then, No, you're not. Let me finish my sentence. Now what? Silent exhaustion. She was starting to annoy me with her rubbish talk about some pointless bet. If you won't bet with me, I'll tell everyone that you try to seduce me. This little... Boy. I hate girls sometimes. Girls really do pull stuff like that too sometimes. I could imagine her doing this. Don't be stupid. Who's gonna believe you? I've been here less than 2 days besides. Wanna try your luck? Right. And what will happen if I win? I won't tell anyone anything. And if I lose? Slowpoke mode again? I'll tell everyone you tried to seduce me. I told you already. So you're telling me now that I have to work to prove that I didn't do something when I didn't actually do it. And that's how you want to look at it. Not a simple decision. On the one hand, it was stupid to agree. I didn't know the rules and gambling wasn't my thing. On the other hand, she could really make my life hell. Then again, can I even trust her? She can do it even if I win. So, have you made a decision? I was gonna answer, but suddenly Lana came around me from behind. What? Nothing. Lena hurried inside, so... I honestly don't want to bet with her. But then at the same time, I'm like, what if there's a chance I can win? I'm tempted to save right here. And just like, boom, save. Let's see. Save game. I'm gonna go back. I wanna bet and see if I can win. Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. But if I win, yeah, all fair, no cheating. Lisa turned went up the stairs and inside the canteen. Why am I doing this? Because she can set me up regardless if she wants to? Since she decided to anyway, let out a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. Inside, everything was ready. A few pioneers stood here and there chatting. The tables were moved out of the way to make room for players and spectators. I looked around. Something was going on in the far corner. When I came closer, I saw a large piece of paper with a diagram drawn on it. My name was among the players. I'm a blank slate. Whoa. If it's set up like this, they're expecting me to get far. Oh man. Maybe I should just lose on purpose so she doesn't even have to worry. Because it says if she wins. And who came up with all this? Patted Electronic, who was standing near. Well, of course it was your most humble servant, he bowed to me jokingly. This made me uncomfortable to the point of squirming. Why in the world am I among the players then? I was disappointed. A few seconds ago I thought I still had a slim chance to evade this tournament, then I wouldn't have to fear Alyssa's revenge for losing the bet with her. But now that hope was gone. It was pure coincidence. Yeah, right, coincidence. Except that I was already acquainted with every one of the contestants. While there was a few dozen other pioneers standing in the room, I was seized by anxiety. It's the feeling of being watched while standing in an empty room with no windows and doors. Will there be a prize? I asked him lazily. I wanted to distract myself with a pointless conversation. Electronic was just about to answer when Liana came out of nowhere and started jumping around him. Prizes! Prizes! Heard something about prizes! Do you know what is the main ethos of the Olympic Games? It's not winning, but taking part that counts. A what? No. You'll understand when you grow up. She made a wiry face and jabbed Electric in the ribs. So what about the prize? Well, I don't know. It's not up to me. He made a helpless gesture. Really, if they came up with this stupid game, at least they could get the winner a chocolate medal or something. Liana suddenly jumped and raced off to somewhere. I wish I was that optimistic. So what about the rules? Wait a bit. Not everyone is here yet. I looked around. Canteen, Alyssa, Slavia, Lena, Miku, and Shirk were here. Seems like everyone is here. Not everyone. Zaina isn't here. Does it feel uneasy or is it just me? She's not here, so what? Pick someone else instead. No, I can't do that. He answered slowly. He decided not to ask exactly why can't he do this. Well, go fetch her or something, I don't know. He can't go. He's the host of the event. The camp leader appeared as if from nowhere. But Olga, Electronic whined. Simon will go. Right, Simon? She looked at me and smiled. Of course, who else? Where is she? In the library, I guess. Okay. Drag my feet towards the door. Please hurry. What's Electronic problem anyway? Night is coming soon. I was gonna take my time, so I slowly paced towards the library. But I found Xenia before I even expected. She was sitting on a bench at the square staring at Genda, who was silent, as always. And I'm gonna stop the video right here. I hope I won't regret making that bet, but even if I didn't make the bet, yeah, she was gonna snitch and said I did things that I didn't do, so. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see every one of you guys later. Bye.